He had that huge crash at Atlanta Motor Speedway to begin the playoffs. It wasn't a great Watkins Glen either. And just recently on the radio, he said to Cliff Daniels, I'm trying to get to the white flag as quickly as I can. Well, that white flag...
NASCAR fans, racing enthusiasts, and sports history buffs, what I'm about to tell you might just leave you speechless. Kyle Larson, the man they call Young Money, has just made an announcement that has the entire motorsports world buzzing. While most drivers are focused on managing one race at a time, Larson has set his sights on something that's only been accomplished twice in NASCAR history. Kyle Larson has committed to the ultimate test of racing endurance and skill, attempting the Bristol Motor Speedway tripleheader sweep this April. That's right, one driver, one weekend, 3 major NASCAR races. The audacity, the ambition, the sheer physical and mental challenge of it all has left fans and fellow competitors absolutely stunned. For those who might not grasp the magnitude of this announcement, let me break it down for you. From April 11th to 13th, 2025, at the legendary Bristol Motor Speedway, a track so demanding it's nicknamed the Last Great Coliseum, Larson will compete in all 3 of NASCAR's national series. We're talking about the Weather Guard Truck Race, the SciAps 300 NASCAR Xfinity Series race, and capping it all off with the Food City 500 Cup Series event. That's 1,050 laps around one of the most physically and mentally demanding tracks on the circuit. Bristol is a high-banked half-mile concrete oval where drivers experience extreme G-forces in the turns and must navigate traffic that's unforgivingly close. One small mistake at Bristol can end your day in seconds. What makes Larson's attempt truly shocking is the exclusive club he aims to join. Only Kyle Busch has ever completed the Bristol tripleheader sweep, achieving this rare feat just twice, 2010, 2017, in NASCAR's entire history. Larson's announcement sparked immediate reactions across social media, with many calling it 2025's boldest racing move so far. The challenge is intensified by the equipment diversity. Larson will pilot the number 07 Chevrolet Silverado for Spire Motorsports in the Truck Series, the number 17 entry for Hendrick Motorsports in Xfinity, and his familiar number 5 Chevrolet Camaro in the Cup finale. This requires adapting to 3 vehicles with different handling, horsepower, and aerodynamics while maintaining peak performance throughout the weekend. Though Larson simply states, "I love racing at Bristol," these words hardly capture why racing insiders find this attempt so jaw-dropping. First, there's the sheer physical toll. Bristol Motor Speedway is not just any track. It's widely regarded as one of the most physically demanding on the NASCAR circuit. The high banking creates G-forces that strain drivers' bodies for hours. Now multiply that by 3 races. Drivers often emerge from just the Cup race at Bristol physically exhausted, with elevated heart rates and significant water weight loss. Larson will need to maintain peak physical condition throughout all 3 events, with minimal recovery time between races. The truck race on Friday evening, Xfinity on Saturday, and Cup on Sunday afternoon means approximately 36 hours from start to finish, with little time for rest and recovery. Then there's the mental aspect. Bristol requires absolute concentration lap after lap. With 36-degree banking in the turns and speeds that can exceed 130 miles per hour despite its short length, drivers are constantly making split-second decisions. One momentary lapse in focus can end in disaster. Racing at Bristol is often compared to flying a fighter jet in a gymnasium. It's that intense and confined. Now imagine maintaining that level of focus for 3 consecutive days across 3 different racing disciplines. What's even more shocking about Larson's tripleheader attempt is how it aligns with his broader ambitions as a driver who refuses to be confined to one racing discipline. This is, after all, the same Kyle Larson who attempted the infamous double last year, trying to race in both the Indianapolis 500 and Coca-Cola 600 on the same day, a distance of 1,100 miles in 2 completely different types of race cars in 2 different states. While weather prevented him from completing the double in 2024, Larson made it clear he's not done with that challenge either. He recently told journalist Bob Pockrass, "I really want to do it again because I didn't technically get to do it. I want to do the double, what it would be like to run 1,100 miles. This mindset reveals something crucial about what makes Larson such a unique talent in motorsports. While many modern NASCAR drivers specialize in stock cars, Larson embodies the spirit of racing legends from decades past. Drivers like A.J. Foyt, Mario Andretti, and Tony Stewart who would race anything, anywhere, anytime. In an era of specialization, Larson stands out as a true throwback, a driver whose passion for racing transcends categories and whose talent seems to transfer seamlessly between dirt tracks, super speedways, and now triple-duty weekends. What makes Larson's Bristol attempt particularly shocking is that he's not merely participating, he's a legitimate threat to win all 3 races. With 2 Cup victories at Bristol already, including a dominant performance leading 462 laps in a single race, he's proven his mastery of the last great Coliseum. The 2021 Cup Series champion's versatility is unquestioned, having excelled on every track type in NASCAR, from road courses to superspeedways, short tracks to dirt. This proven track record makes him an immediate favorite across all 3 events. The potential historical significance has the racing world buzzing. Accomplishing what only Kyle Busch has done before would add another incredible achievement to Larson's resume. At just 32, he continues building a legacy that has many considering him among the most naturally gifted drivers of his generation. Industry insiders are stunned by the logistics involved. Modern NASCAR requires immense preparation for a single race. Multiplying this by 3 creates coordination challenges between multiple teams, sponsors, and Larson's preparation schedule. The risk-reward calculation is substantial. A mechanical issue or incident in an early race could compromise the entire weekend, and physical toll could affect his Cup performance. Yet Larson embraces this challenge, displaying the fearless approach that has defined his career from sprint cars to his NASCAR redemption story. As the Bristol weekend approaches in April, the question on everyone's mind is whether Larson can accomplish what only Kyle Busch has done before him. Can he manage the physical demands? Can he adapt quickly between 3 different vehicles? Can he avoid the inevitable chaos that Bristol often produces? The racing world will be watching with bated breath as Larson attempts to write his name in the NASCAR history books once again. For Kyle Larson, this triple-header attempt represents everything that makes him one of racing's most compelling figures: boundless ambition, extraordinary talent, and an unwavering love for competition in its purest form. As he prepares for what could be one of the most grueling and potentially rewarding weekends of his career, the entire motorsports community watches in amazement. Whether he succeeds or falls short, what Kyle Larson has committed to do has already shocked everyone in the racing world. And come April, we'll all be watching to see if he can shock us again by achieving the nearly impossible. In a sport where championships and race wins define careers, Kyle Larson continues to seek challenges that transcend traditional measures of success. The Bristol tripleheader isn't just about winning, it's about testing the limits of what's possible for a race car driver in the modern era. And that, race fans, is exactly why what Kyle Larson just did shocks everyone.